I'm bored. Okay, so I wasn't sure what to do for a video this week until I started to realize how pissed off I was getting about a couple of different things. I guess I've been paying more attention to things that bother me. Just being out in the world as an adult, as a human being that most every one of you probably have experienced before. And I was thinking for a video idea and I was like, okay, well, rants exists on YouTube, so I can just do one of those. So basically I wanted to make a video about things that I would like to understand better. I was out driving the other day and you know when you're driving and you're going at a decent 30, 40 mile per hour pace, you're in, say, the right lane. This is for you in the US. In the opposite side of the world, you're going the opposite, the wrong way. So you're going straight and you're going pretty fast. And then you see a street coming up where someone's trying to turn. And instead of doing so in a timely manner, they slowly creep their car out. And before you know it, they're like in your way, but they're basically stopped. So they're not going in front of you and they're not waiting behind you, but they're doing a little middle ground. And it's so frustrating. I don't understand why people do that. It's almost like someone opens the stall while you're in the bathroom and they see you're in there and then they continuously slowly open it just to realize you're in there even though they already saw you're in there. It's like, I don't understand. What are you trying to accomplish? Are you afraid to drive fast? Because if you are, you should just wait until I'm done going by. And if you want to make me slow down, you should go to the police academy and then learn how to be a traffic cop so you can legally tell people to slow down. But other than that, I'm not really sure what your problem is. The lane is being used, so either hurry and go ahead or wait, but don't just bad driver all over my lane and make me slow down and everyone behind me mad at me because you decided that you didn't want to know how to drive today. Another thing that I am trying to understand better is I was at the bar the other day and I asked for Fireball, which for those of you who don't know it, it's a fucking awesome, it's cinnamon flavored whiskey. Great shot to take. It's just a party all around. So I asked for Fireball, and I guess you could say Fireball is kind of a cheap-ish whiskey because a lot of whiskeys have been aged and they're, you know, from different states and all sorts of things. It's not really a traditional whiskey. So I asked for a Fireball, and now I used to bartend, and I also used to be, and I still am, an adult who knows how to talk to other people. Something I'd like to understand better is why people have to just pretentious all over the place instead of just answering your question. They have to seem extra cool or extra above you when you ask a question that they think is beneath them. This guy, instead of responding to my question, you know, like a normal person who's treating a patron of his place of work, instead of saying, no, we don't have it, I'm sorry, or yes, we have it, let me get you some, he like slowly walked away as I was asking it. Like he heard Fireball and he was like, okay, I'm gonna walk away from this customer. And he made this face. He was like, he like laughed at it as if I told him a joke, and he walked away and I was like, what about my question was so laughable? What was so stupid that he had to scoff at? He shook his head at me like I had walked into his bar and asked for new tires for my bike or something. Like a question that would warrant no response and is so dumb you'd laugh at it. But instead I asked for a liquor at a bar and he thought it was so stupid because that liquor apparently isn't worthy of being even mentioned in his stupid bar. He was so appalled that someone might want a liquor that his place of work didn't carry. I'd like to understand that guy better. Something else I'd like to understand better is why people choose to make a bad situation even worse by asking insanely unhelpful questions or saying something ridiculously unhelpful. The other day we were hanging out and Marbles snuck out the gate into the front lawn. They were playing out back in the yard and suddenly he sneaks out the gate into the front lawn and starts barking at this lady because Marbles, he's very protective over everyone. So he starts barking. We hear the barking. We're like, okay, that's not in the backyard. We run out and find him and obviously we're shaking, we're scared. We're like, oh my God, he got out. We grab him, we're start walking back to the house and the lady tells us, the lady says, you really shouldn't let your dogs out like that. Really? You dumb old lady? What did you think? We were just bored and we wanted to let our 4-pound chihuahua go on an adventure by himself to come back whenever he wants and bark at whoever he wants along the way? Did you actually think that disciplining us, like we're children not knowing what we're doing, is gonna help the situation? Is that gonna bring our dog back in the house? Like, how did you think saying that was gonna actually help us or you in any sort of situation? We're already shaken that the dog escaped. We're trying to get him back into the house and we said our sorry and you're gonna tell us that you don't condone that dog owning behavior? Go fuck yourself. And also, lady and people like that lady, remember when you say things like that, you're exposing to the world your inner stupidity that you try so hard to hide every single day. It's just all out in the open. You just stupid all over the place. Another thing I'd like to understand better is Facebook today. What is your life about? I don't know what you're doing or why you even are around. I just get angry every time I'm on Facebook. Finally, another thing that I would like to understand better is CrossFit. Now, before you sign off, because it's another rant against CrossFit, I'm not against all CrossFit. I think some of CrossFit is great. A lot of CrossFit, maybe not a lot, a good amount of CrossFit is bringing to light the amazing sport that weightlifting is, or some people call it Olympic weightlifting, which is what I do a lot, and I love that sport. I love weightlifting, and I think CrossFit does a good job of making that mainstream. It popularizes weightlifting because it incorporates it into its workouts. And I think that CrossFit has some things that make great athletes, that, you know, put you in great condition and teach you the lifts. It can be good. And I even follow multiple CrossFit related accounts on like Instagram for the videos and the pictures, just because I like seeing a good weightlifting display. And I think some of CrossFit is good. With that said, the thing I'd like to understand better is why some of the most uneducated fucks are able to get jobs and licenses to be CrossFit instructors. There are very few requirements to become low-level CrossFit instructor certified. And a lot of gyms out there are managed and run by some of the worst coaches or any sort of expert you want to call them. And I mean, I'm no one to judge. I've never even fucking been to these gyms, but to let a video out with your name on it on YouTube where you're putting people's lives in fucking blatant danger by the technique that you're letting them use on their lifts and in their workouts. I'm just curious at why people even go to these gyms. Like, have they not considered the fact that maybe what they're learning isn't the right way to do whatever they're trying to do? Have they not looked at a video on YouTube of what a power clean is supposed to look like? I've seen videos that make me cringe so hard from certain CrossFit gyms. I just like to understand better how these people get pointed into positions of being able to instruct other people on doing the worst possible form of something that can put you at huge risk for injury, and put your video on YouTube so everyone in the entire world can see what an idiot you are with your name and your gym on it. This is why CrossFit can't have nice things. All right, well, I just had a couple of things I wanted to rant about, and that's it. I don't know. If you agree with me on any of these, or you have something else that you don't get and you'd like to understand better, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter or something. I put new videos out every week. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time, and maybe it will be a happier video and a less annoyed one. But people are so stupid. Why do you do this? Why you are so stupid? But for why are you so stupid, world?